Hi everyone, my name is Tolitz. Welcome to my YouTube channel, which is all about trying to help you practice and improve your English language skills. In today's video, I'll talk about one of the many uses of simple modals may, might, can, and could. First, I'd like you to watch a video clip from my favorite movie, Frozen. Please take note of the lines that you will see on the screen. Later, I'll be referring to those lines as I discuss the modals may, might, can, and could in asking for and granting permission.
Elsa and I were really close when we were little, but then one day she just shut me out, and I never knew why.
I would never shut you out.
Okay, can I just say something crazy?
Can I say something crazy? Will you marry me?
Can I say something even crazier?
Yes!
Pardon? Oh, sorry. Can we just get around you there? Thank you. Oh, there she is. Elsa! Queen. Me again. May I present Prince Hans of the Southern Isles?
Your Majesty.
We would like...
your blessing
of
our marriage.
Marriage?
Yes!
I'm sorry, I'm confused.
Well, we haven't worked out all the details ourselves. We'll need a few days to plan the ceremony. Of course, we'll have soup, roast, and ice cream, and then... Wait, would we live here? Here?
Absolutely.
Anna.
Oh, we can invite all 12 of your brothers to stay
No,
with us.
no.
Of course, we have the room. I don't know,
Wait,
some of them
slow down. No one's brothers are staying here. No one is getting married.
Wait, what?
May I talk to you, please? Alone?
No. Whatever you have to say, you can say to both of us.
Fine. You can't marry a man you just met.
You can if it's true love.
Anna, what do you know about true love?
Well, more than you. All you know is how to shut people out.
You asked for my blessing, but my answer is no. Now, excuse me.
Your Majesty, if I may ease
No,
your...
you may not, and I think you should go. The party is over. Close the gates.
Yes,
Now I'm going to talk about modals of asking for and granting permission, may, might, can, and could. Remember that when you are using modals for social interaction, you must observe features of the social situation because they have subtle, sometimes obvious differences. Although in many cases some modals are interchangeable, it's important that we distinguish their differences. Look at these lines, an exchange between a teacher and a student. In asking for permission, we use may when the situation is formal, like a classroom setting. If you are in a classroom and you like to leave, you tell your teacher, "May I leave the room, sir?" May is the best modal to use because the situation is formal and your teacher has an authority in the classroom. When you're granting someone permission, such as, "Yes, you may," or "Yes, you may leave the room," it means that you have an authority over that person, like a teacher in a classroom, to be able to grant permission. The way we speak has changed over time, and these days a lot of people use can, much more frequent to ask for permission, which is fine. But it's not always clear if someone is asking about ability or asking for permission. If correctness is important, can refers to ability and may refers to permission to do something. How do you think your teacher, who projects a high degree of authority in the classroom, may respond if you use can instead of may in asking for permission? "Can I leave the room, sir?" Your authoritative teacher may become a little uncomfortable, irritated, or even upset because to him, you're questioning your ability to leave the room. Your teacher knows that you have the ability to leave the room, so you obviously know the answer to your question. I remember in my class, there was one male student who asked me, "Can I leave the room, sir?" I jokingly answered, "You can, but you may not." What I was trying to mean was that he could leave the room, but he didn't have the permission to do so. My student was quick enough to get what I meant and answered back, "May I leave the room, sir?" The student probably realized the difference between may and can when used with a teacher in the classroom. Don't overuse can. use may in formal situations. Of course, if it's an informal situation, such as between friends or family members, it's okay to use can in asking for and granting permission. Can I leave the room? You can also grant permission using can. Yes, you can leave the room. These lines are both essentially asking the same thing. The main difference between these lines is their tone. May makes the first sentence sound more formal and indirect, while can brings the tone of the second sentence to a more casual level, a direct and informal level. Look at these lines from the video clip. This is an exchange between Anna and Prince Hans. Because they were lovers, Anna used the informal can instead of the formal may in asking for permission to say something crazy. Of course, what Anna meant by crazy was something positive. She was a person who liked to have fun and acted a little wild. Notice Prince Hans' line. Prince Hans preferred to use may instead of can to sound more formal and more serious because he would propose marriage to Anna. The line, "Will you marry me?" wasn't simply asking for permission, and when Prince Hans asked it, he was literally asking Anna if she would commit herself to him for the rest of her life. We'll talk about the uses of modal will in my next video. Let's analyze some more lines with the modal may from the video clip. Anna said, Queen, may I present Prince Hans of the Southern Isles? In this context, Princess Anna, Elsa's younger sister, asked for Elsa's permission to present Hans and to give her blessing to their marriage. Princess Anna tried to be formal. She corrected herself. She preferred to call her sister Queen, to show to Hans that her sister was soon to be crowned the Queen of Arundel. Therefore, her sister deserved to be highly respected, and Hans should behave formally in front of her. Let's look at the next line, again from the video clip. Elsa said, "May I talk to you, please, alone?" In this context, Elsa asked for Anna's permission to talk to her alone. The simple modal may, not can, was deliberately used by Elsa to maintain that high level of formality, as Prince Hans was a stranger and wasn't welcome to their family. More than asking for permission, the use of may I in this line is actually making a request. We'll discuss modals of making requests in my next video. To know which modal to use in a particular situation, it's important to observe features of the social situation. What are other examples of social situations in which may is more appropriate to use than can? Let's say you are an MC in a graduation ceremonies. You say, "May I call on Dr. Mario Torres, school principal 4, for the opening remarks?" Another situation where may is more appropriate to use than can is when you're providing service to a customer. You may say, "This is Lito speaking. How may I help you today?" If you are in a meeting, let's say in an organization in your school, and you want to make a suggestion, you use may. You say, "May I suggest that we finish discussing this before we proceed to the next agendum?" When asking for permission, the proper use of the modals may and can is socially significant. The greater the addressee's degree of formal authority, the more likely the use of the modal may. If you're aware of the social situation, of course, you'll be able to choose the appropriate modal in any type of interaction. I think I missed one more thing about modal can when used in asking for permission. Remember that as a general rule, can is used to ask for permission under general rules or custom. For instance, when crossing the street, we follow rules. Usually we are to find a safe place to cross and when there is a space to reach the footway on the other side. If we aren't sure, we ask someone, "Can I cross the street here?" Might is rarely used in asking for permission as it's considered much more formal, much firmer, and old-fashioned in usage. However, educated and polite people still use it. Besides may, might, and can, the modal could is used in asking for permission. The main difference among them is that may is formal and indirect. Could is semi-formal or less formal and polite. You can also consider the modal may to denote politeness. Can is informal, direct, or casual, except when you're asking for permission under general rules or custom. This line, "Can I use your car for delivery tomorrow?" indicates that the speaker is friendly or close with the addressee. This can also happen between an employee and his boss. If the boss is very friendly with the employee will use the modal can. But if the boss projects a high degree of formal authority, the employee will use the modal may. "May I use your car for delivery tomorrow?" If the situation is semi-formal or less formal, and the employee would want to indicate politeness, he may use the modal could. "Could I use your car for delivery tomorrow?" To make it even more polite, you can add a word please. "Could I use your car for delivery tomorrow, please?" Or, "Could I please use your car for delivery tomorrow?" Or, "Please, could I use your car for delivery tomorrow?" Please is an adverb. It can go at the beginning, middle, or end of the sentence. Take note that when being polite or wanting to show respect, could is a better choice than can. Like what I mentioned in my previous video, when asking for permission, making requests, and making suggestion, could does not have a tense. Now that you know everything about may, might, can, and could when used in asking for and granting permission, it's time that you take a short quiz. The answers will be shown so you can check your answers right away. You can pause this video if you need longer time to answer. Let's begin. In my next video, I'll be discussing the other uses of may, might, can, and could, so please watch out for that. Thank you for watching and learning with me. Please don't forget to subscribe. Bye.